Alright, well, we're out on the lake here. We're just getting out to our favorite spot. I'd just like to show you why I chose the old minkota 30. So if you guys have a canoe, I was all in the hype. Got to get a 40, 45, faster one for getting across the lakes. Well, the problem with that is you're going to pack your battery wherever you go. So you definitely don't want to get a bigger battery. And if you get a bigger trolling motor, it's definitely going to drain your battery. There's days I like to be on the water for 10, 12 hours, and I can get that out of these things. And a little 30 in a canoe or a little small fishing boat, especially for trout fishing, guys, look at this. I can almost pull a skier behind me. Look at that. You're not going to need to go any faster than this. If it gets wavy, you can still get to shore. You're going to have lots of battery life for any, you can go down the river, do whatever you want. The nice thing about these little 30s is if I've had one for years, mine finally crapped out last year, so I bought a new one. So I thought I'd do a little review on the new ones. Pretty sure they're bulletproof. There's really no technology that's went into those ones at all. It's only been the newer ones that say they save the battery and stuff, but if they're going to pull almost twice as much amperage, I don't know how they're going to save the battery as much as one of these little things. And this is all you need. It's super light. When they go on sale, I think I picked mine up at Canadian Tire this year for, it's like $129 Canadian, which is cheap as heck. You can buy one every couple of years. And if you want a bigger one, well, you can always buy a bigger one. These things aren't that expensive. Even a big one's only about $400 when they go on sale. So between a big one and a small one, that's about $520. That's not too bad to buy. If you want to set up two different boats, you and your wife can go out on one. You can send the kids out on a different one. You can have as much as you want for pleasure out of these little trolling motors. There's no need to get something bigger. It's going to offset the weight of your canoe. I already put my battery way up here. I got so much junk in this canoe this time, trying to test out a whole bunch of stuff for reviews, so it's a little more crowded than normal here. But this little thing lugs it along no problem. Like I say, you got plenty of speed, and the biggest thing is if you get one of those big trolling motors, you can't troll. Because you're going to be, see, this is speed number 1 here. This is borderline on some days too fast to troll. If it's dead calm, it's okay to troll, something like a streamer or something like that. But other than that, you'd almost be on and off the throttle on this. Whereas if you got one of the 40s or 45s, they have a variable throttle, which is a little different. They don't have the clicks in between the speeds. It's just one solid motion, but they still only go so slow, and you're going to be probably going almost this speed for a troll, and that's way too fast. So if you're buying a trolling motor to troll, don't get one of those. Get the small one. You can still go too fast to troll with the small one, whereas with the big ones you can't go slow enough to troll, which I find is a problem. And that's what made me weigh my decision to get the smaller one there. So that's my review of this minkota. As the year goes on here, if I have any problems, don't get me wrong, I'll let you guys know, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a good 10-15 year motor if it's stored properly. And I extended the cables because I like to put my battery in the middle of my boat here, so that's easy enough to do. Just make sure you guys use the appropriate gauge of wire. It's usually just one size bigger or thicker of wire. So whereas these are 10 gauge wires here, I had to run an 8 gauge for the rest of the 4 or 5 feet, just to make sure there's no more excess load on the motor or on the wiring, and it'll last just as long as brand new factory. So getting up to my favorite spot here, I'm going to put the camera down, grab the rod, and we'll see if we can grab a fish out of this water here. Talk to you later. Ramming speed. Reverse. Oh, we're getting out. We're free.